Rolling.
Hey, Survival Expert Blake here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a proper spear. A lot of people think they know how to make a spear, but it's not as simple as it looks. So I'm going to show you how to make a proper spear out of wood and a machete. If you don't have a machete, you can improvise it by using a knife. Can I see that? You can use it by using a knife and hammering the knife into it, but that might break your blade, so only do that in a survival situation. Okay. Now, here we have a piece of wood that I've already cut down. You can get this perfect piece of wood, whatever. I mean, what you need is about 3 inches diameter. I mean, not 3 inches, sorry, 1 inch diameter. Maybe about 3 inches circumference. And you want a good Y shape at the end of it. Make sure they see that Y shape. And you're also going to want it pretty strong wood. You don't want anything that's going to break down on you. Now, this serves for 3 good reasons. 1, it protects you from animals. 2, it can pin animals down. This Y shape can pin down a snake, it'll pin down small game, and you can finish it off with your knife. And 3, it makes a good walking stick, and walking sticks are very helpful. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and get ready of these. Alright, so get down here, Justin. Give them a good... I don't want to be too loud about this.
Just break it with your hands.
I want it to be a clean cut.
Oops, I wasn't thinking about that.
Ready? Just give it a good whack. Holy shit. Okay, this wood that I've gotten here is so strong that it's so brand new that it's very strong and resistant.
I can give you a butcher knife.
Do what?
So I could give you a butcher knife. That would help.
This is what I want, cardboard. I know. Alright, well, we have to get this off, but we're trying to not be loud about this because the neighbors keep complaining that we're too loud. So I'm trying to be quiet about this, so I don't want to hit it too hard. But if you're out in the jungle, you can hit it as hard as you want to. So let's take a break, Justin, and then we'll start rolling again when I got it cut.
1. Rolling.
Alright guys, finally got it cut off nice and quiet. So look here. We had to take a saw to it. Go ahead, look here. Bring it in. Alright, we got a nice Y. It's pretty even. You want it pretty even. I mean, if it's a tiny bit off, that's okay. If it's pretty even, that's what you want. Now what we're going to do is we got to... What you want to do is you want to take the shaft and you want to straighten it up some. But first what we're going to do is we're going to work on the blade because that's pretty important. Alright, here we have what will be the blade. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Spear, go ahead, look at me. It needs to be a little bit taller than you are. Alright, so this one is a tiny bit taller than me. It's perfect. For reasons of, reaching for stuff and for throwing and whatnot. It just works better. That's what has always been done. Now, this might take a while because it's pretty thick. But you want to start shaving it. Most of you probably know how to get it going here, but what you want to do is you want to use the back part of the spear as part of the point, and that is because if you make it in the middle like most people will do, they'll sharpen it and make the middle their point. Well, if you do that, what it's going to do is it's not as strong, and so the point will dull very easy. If you use the back of the spear, it'll stay strong or pointier much longer, and it'll be much more effective. Instead of using this big old machete, I'm going to use my trustworthy knife. And I'm going to start shaving it off some.
Do you want to pause it?
Yeah, go ahead, pause it, and I'll put it back.
Rolling.
Alright guys, finally got it after a little bit of time. Look, stop. Alright, come here. Alright, you can see that I shaved it. You can see the back here. What that does is it keeps the point pointier for a longer amount of time, so after a couple stabs it'll still be pretty pointy. If you did it from the middle, it wouldn't be so tough, okay? Now in here on the bottom, I'm going to try not to stab it into the ground here. You have the Y. Now, we're going to pretend this hose. Let's show them the hose. So, showing you. See the toes? We're gonna pretend this is a snake. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use this dirt, okay? Alright, so there's his head, okay? Now,
Okay, go.
we're gonna pretend it's pretty thick. Alright, here. Can you see it pretty good? All right.
Yeah.
Make sure it's good. Alright, so that's his head, and let's say it's a rattlesnake, so you don't want it to touch you or bite you, because you don't want any snake to bite you, right? So usually you can stay pretty calm with a good sized walking stick. You can stay a good distance, and then once you get it around its neck, you stab it into the ground, and he's locked. Now their head is always fatter than their body, so look, when he tries to pull out, he can't. Alright? And at that point what you do is you'll take your knife, and you just cut off its head. Now, you need to be careful, because rattlesnakes, their head, some of them, can still be effective after their head has been cut off. Some of them are still effective for 4 days after their death, okay? So if you, what you need to do is you need to be very careful. You need to bury that head. You need to be very careful about it, though. You do not want to accidentally prick yourself with one of their teeth, because that would be very bad. Now, this is how to make a proper spear. And if you really wanted to get into it, really make it perfect, you can start shaving some of this stuff off, like right here.
Point.
Huh? Sorry?
No, the point you're shoving into the ground.
Oh. Yeah. You're right, dude. My bad. You don't want to ever point your point into the ground, because that dulls it pretty quick. Okay. Anyway, this is how you make a proper spear. Now, not all spears have to have the Y, but I find it very useful. And what this is for, is again to go over it. Let's say this trash can is maybe a panther at your night camp. Well, you want to keep your distance. This is not to kill the panther. You just jab it in the throat just to show them, hey, I am not food. I'm an equal. You're not trying to say you're more bad than them. Otherwise, they might, think it's a threat. So you just want to poke them in the neck. Just tell them, hey, I'm not your prey, all right? And then also, it's good for walking stick. When you use a walking stick, use the Y. All right? Walking stick's very good for saving energy. And then the Y is also good for pinning down animals. It's not just for snakes, guys. You can use it for a rabbit, whatever, squirrel. It's good. So this is how you make a proper spear. Maybe throwing it, just in case y'all want to know, you just grab it here, about here in the middle, and you just launch it, and because of the way it moves, it'll by the weight. Alright, survival expert Blake Dorn and Justin McGovern, and this is how you make a proper spear. Thank you.